Linda here, the scrapbooking photographer. Welcome to my channel and thanks for stopping by. Today is Atlas is the theme for Scraps to Embellishments with Ginger's Corner, and I am using some matte paper because the criteria was to use matte paper as part of the embellishment, and I've got these little scraps left from an old Close to My Heart pack, so I thought I would use those, and I've combined them with some different colours that were in the pack because I have this branding strip that I'm going to use as well. So I've already cut out the die cuts of the suitcase here, and I'm just going to stamp them in the sapphire. I've popped the stamp on the block. I'm going to have to clean my blocks soon, they're quite mucky. So I'll just stamp these. You can see whether you've got good coverage of ink or not, so that you can line it up hopefully and get that even stamping all the way over the die cut that you've cut out. Now some people die cut first and then stamp, some people stamp and then die cut. I tend to swap between what I'm doing depending on the shape of the die cut, and this is quite an easy one to see through, see the shape, to make sure that we've got good coverage and got it all lined up properly. Some of them, however, don't work as well this way round, and I stamp them first and then attach the die cut with a little bit of washi tape and then cut it out. Fingers crossed, touch wood and all that sort of stuff, these ones are coming through okay. And you'll see I've got the Stampin' Up sponge pad underneath, and that just gives a little bit of give to the stamp and helps to get the ink stuck on the die cut properly. Right, so we've got 4 of those. I'll clean that off and put it away. So I've got 4 suitcases. So I need 4 pieces of this. You'll notice it's slightly different colour yellow. That's on purpose so that it kind of stands out a little bit. I'm going to put some of that on there, some of that on there, that and a couple of gems. And I think I probably need about half that. So I'll cut that in half. So this is 3 inches high, so I've cut it 2.5 wide. So 2.5 by 3, so I'll cut 3 more that size out of these bits that I've got left. So as I say, 2.5 by 3, so we're going to make the yellow piece that's going to go behind them 3 by 3.5. So I'll bring the trimmer in and we'll do that here. So it's 3 by 3.5, and that should give me an outline all the way around that's even. It does, so that's good. You never know what these embellishments are going to be used for. I don't tend to send mine away because I don't have anybody to swap with. So we'll just pop those on like so. And we want this to go right across, I think, so we need that to be the 3 inches wide. And I should get 4 because it's off a piece of 12 by 12. So we've got 4 from the one strip, which is great. And I thought I'd just bring that up a little bit and to go right across the width of both. So, and we've also got a couple of little gems which are that kind of glacier colour, but I don't really think you see them when they're on the glacier, so I'm going to bring a little bit more of the yellow into here. I think I'll just use this little starburst and get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, Make sure we've got it the right way up so that we see the same colour, and then I can put one of these gems in the middle there. There's different sizes in this pack, so we might just go for the bigger ones because they're easy to attach. Got little ones there. That's basically what I'm going for today, but to tidy it up a little bit, I'm going to go around the outside with the different inks. Because they're white core, I just want to get rid of that whiteness in the middle and also add just a little bit of smudge. Now when you're doing this, you can either go straight down and just cover the white core, or you can go on a slight angle and get a little bit of an outline around the outside as well. And I quite like that look, particularly for this one. So I'm going to go around the edges of this in Sundance, and then I'll go around the edges of the matte paper in the Glacier, and then we can come back and stick them all together. Right, so now we've done all of that, we can stick this down. This paper pack has had great mileage. I've done so many things with it, and having these last few scraps left means that I can use it all up, which is great. And I'm hoping that from September my videos will be all Stampin' Up products, but still might need to use some close to my heart inks because they're quite expensive to replace, and that's just not happening for me at the moment. Right, I'm going to put the gems on last because they'll need to go on with a little bit of glue. And for the back of these, where the measurement's been a little bit generous, I'll just... Yeah. Now you'll notice that there's a little bit of blue. That's because it came off the dark blue page and I quite liked it. It was a mistake, but I quite like the little bit of underlining on there. So I'm going to keep it like that, and I'll attach that little gem now, and then we've got one finished, and then I can race through quickly and do the others. I'll be interested to see what other people come up with for using their matte paper for this set of embellishments, and I'm sure there'll be some great ideas from everybody that takes part. So Ginger's Corner has lots of different embellishment hops. So if you haven't come across it before, check out the Facebook page. There's a link in the description below so that you can see all the fun things that people make and put together, and loads of inspiration just to get your creative juices running when you get perhaps a little bit stuck for ideas or whatnot. So there we are, there's my 4 embellishments for Atlas, which was to use matte paper and at least 2 layers. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 layers with these bits as extra, and I think those will go well on a travel page or even on a card. You could put them on the front of a card and wish somebody a happy holiday. So do have a look at what other people have made as well, and I'm sure there'll be loads of inspiration. So until next time, happy crafting!